To begin, we're starting with our foundation chain, and it should be long enough to wrap around your hips. Mine was a chain of 109. Then to start your next row, insert your hook into the third stitch and yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull the yarn through both loops to make a single crochet. And make a single crochet into every stitch all the way down. And one more time to explain how a single crochet works. You're going to insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, and pull the yarn through so you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. I messed up and I forgot to record the next row. But for the next row, you do a chain 3, or every row is going to begin with a chain 3. And then you're going to turn your work. And in every other stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. And to make a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook. I'm doing the mesh pattern here, so I'm inserting it into the box. But for the first mesh row, you would insert it into every other stitch. Anyways, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops, chain 1. Next double crochet, yarn over into the next following stitch. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull your hook through the last 2 loops, chain 1, and repeat. The end of the row is slightly different here, so you would double crochet into the very last box, and then you're going to chain 1 and put another double crochet. And for the second double crochet, I just kept it in the box because I really didn't feel like inserting my hook into the second stitch of the chain 3 that we start with every row. I'm going to start my next row now. So again, you chain 3, turn your work, and repeat the pattern of putting a double crochet into each mesh box with a chain 1 in between. And you'll do this for as many rows as you like. The length of it depends on you. I did mine's pretty short, just enough to cover my butt. So yeah, you can see here, I didn't really do that many rows. It's pretty short. And I'm going to move on to the next part of the pattern. For this, I wanted to add pearl beads to it, optional here. I don't know what the number is to how many you need. I actually put just a bunch of beads, more than I needed. Okay, so I did 15 rows of that. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to do a chain 3. This counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1. So starting off how we normally do, yarn over, and rather than putting it in this, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to put it in the gap. Nobody got time for that. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, pick an odd number. I'm going to stick with 5. Maybe 7 would be a good number too, but it's kind of looking like this shell right now. Chain 1. Skip 1, 2 into the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, and repeat the pattern all the way across. Okay, so my math might be off here. I'm not a pattern maker, but whatever is left at the end of the row, maybe you have 2 boxes, maybe you have 3. In your last box, go ahead and just make 1 double crochet, and then you can turn your work and start your next row. Okay, as always, we're going to start our row with a chain 3. And in this shell here, so we have 5 double crochets in a shell. In the middle double crochet, which is the third stitch, you're going to insert your next shell.
This is 1, and then 2. Okay, so, and then 3 you're going to wrap around, insert your hook, and bring this right up to it. Pull the yarn through, so now it's at the base of the third double crochet, and pull the yarn through, first 2 loops and then the last 2 loops, and then you're going to finish with
Something
your
I did not specify in the video, as you see, I just pushed the purl forward, so it's facing me. That's something you want to make note of in this row, that you bring the purl, your bead, forward if you are adding an inclusion.
Chain 1, yarn over, in this shell you have 1, 2, and over. I'm going to bring in a purl to prep. Insert your hook and yarn over, pull the yarn through. Then I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this purl in so it's touching the base, and pull that through as well. And then complete your double crochet. And then do your last 2 to finish your shell. Okay, 1 more. Chain 1. Insert your hook into the middle of this shell, which is, this is my third double crochet, that's the stitch on top. Do a double crochet and a double crochet. I'm gonna bring in this third guy here, yarn over, insert your hook, pull the yarn through, and I'm gonna help that guy come in. Do a double crochet. Pitch. Okay, so that is how I've shown you how to do it 3 times, and hopefully you grasp it by now, or just rewind if you need to do a walkthrough with me again.
I'm working on the last shell, and then after this, we're going to be decreasing in the next row. This one, all the shells get another shell on top. And once you complete the shell, you just do a double crochet, and I'm using that chain 3 space from the previous row. I'm inserting my hook in the chain 3 space and making a double crochet. Now you can turn your work, and let's begin the next row. Now we're going to be starting to do a decrease, and the way that you put in the purl bead is also going to be different.
And we're going to do 1 double crochet, just 1 in the shell here. Okay, chain 1,
and we're going to do our shell here. So we pick the third stitch, right? That's this guy right here. I'm going to insert my hook in there and make 2 double crochets. And then for this third one, I don't want to bring the purl through the loop. I want it to be facing the other side, so I'm not going to pull it through. I'm going to leave it there. Leave it here and just yarn over the first 2 loops, yarn over the last 2 loops. And now the purl is on the other side. Let me just finish off the last 2 double crochets. 2, 1, 2. So you can see, we don't see the purl, but if I put it on this side, the purl is over here. Chain 1. Insert your hook into the... Did I make 6 on here? Oh my gosh, I totally did, and I should not have. Whatever, I'm going to pick, I guess, a third one. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3, pull up a purl, yarn over before the purl, then I'm going to bring the purl in so it's taut, finish it off. Okay, 2 more double crochets. And we have 5 double crochets with, again, the purls, so they're facing the same side. Let's do that again. Chain 1. Okay, you probably get the idea by now. You put a shell in every third stitch with the purl facing the back side of your work, and you're going to do this through the entire row. I'm gonna skip to when I get to the last shell so you can see how to decrease on the other side as well. I have 1 more shell, but I'm gonna decrease, so I'm just gonna do a chain 1 and 1 double crochet in this shell. Oops, right in the middle in that third stitch. We have 1 more double crochet to do. Chain 1, double crochet into the last stitch of the shell, which is the 5th stitch. To finish it, turn your work and start the next row with the chain 3. Chain 3. And I'm going to do 1 double crochet in this stitch. Oh my god. And then I chain 1. Insert your hook into the 3rd stitch. And you're going to make 2 double crochets just as we have been doing. And just wanted to remind you, when you do your 3rd double crochet, which is the middle stitch, you're going to bring that purl, your inclusion, through the loop. Want it to be close to the base as possible, so it's tight, kind of. Finish off your double crochet, and then finish off the shell with... So continue to add your shell in this row. I'm going to go over the decrease 1 more time, what you're going to do at the end of the row when you're on your last shell. Okay, so as you can see here, this last shell, I just put 1 double crochet in the 3rd stitch, and then you chain 1, and you do your last double crochet in the 5th stitch of the last shell. Then you start your row as usual with your chain 3, and then double crochet, just 1 double crochet in the 3rd stitch of your 1st shell. So I hope you understand how the decrease works, what it looks like on both ends of the row, and you just repeat this pattern. I'm going to skip forward now to when we only have 3 shells left.
I have 3 left, and now I just have 1 more shell to fill. Okay, chain 1, yarn over into the previous row's last shell in the 3rd stitch, chain 1, yarn over, insert your hook into the 1-2 stitches down, which is the last stitch of the shell below, and double crochet. Okay, just going to turn our work. Chain 3, yarn over, 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitches with 1, 2, 3, this guy right here, double crochet, chain 1. We're going to make 1, we just have 1 shell to make in the 3rd stitch, 1, 2, 3, and make our shell. On the 3rd double crochet, you just pull the yarn through, and I have my bead here nearby. I'm going to try to make it as close as possible to the shell and finish off the double crochet, and 2 more double crochets in that stitch to finish the shell. Chain 1 and double crochet 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd stitch, just 1 double crochet, hook, chain 1. You finish off the row by doing your last double crochet in this 2nd stitch down. Okay. And okay, so this is what the sarong looks like. You have, I did a short mesh row and then the rest of the shells. You just add in your waist thing here chained, and then I just added a purl at the bottom, and then you can also add little fringes to your shells at the end of your shells too. Okay, so that's what it looks like.